good people. I am Crystal Keys, and welcome to Workplace Keys to Success, a channel that brings you a no-nonsense approach to surviving workplace bullying. Well, today we're going to talk about workplace bullying and scapegoating. Have you ever been labeled as an underperforming employee? Most likely you are the target of scapegoating. I want to share an 8-step process, 4 steps via questions to safeguard you from becoming a scapegoat, and 4 steps if you are smack dab in the middle of being a target of scapegoating. But before we proceed, I want to remind you to subscribe and to like and to share your stories. Share your experiences below kindly. Share your successful strategies. Let's help others overcome workplace bullying. Well, workplace bullying and scapegoating. Well, scapegoating is a practice where angry feelings and feelings of hostility may be projected through inappropriate accusations toward the target, toward others. Scapegoating is a form of bullying. Believe it or not, scapegoating is a massive social challenge, adding to the already chaotic world. Scapegoating is also executed on groups of people, so not just individuals. The groups of people via prejudices, stereotyping. From a general perspective, some cultures, ethnic groups, and minorities have been scapegoated by society members. The truism is that the offender is probably an individual above you, like a supervisor, a manager, or maybe even an owner. The target is left feeling distressed and receives misguided blame, defamation of character, and criticism. Also, distorting facts is synonymous of the feature of scapegoating. Well, for the target, these are extreme complexities in fixing the impacts associated with scapegoating. So let's dive into the 4 steps to aid in the untanglement of being scapegoated. First, you need to investigate. Establish the reasoning behind everything that has been occurring. What is the attempted accomplishment of the offender? Number 2, document. Don't accept the blame. Document the facts. Who, what, when, why, and how. Oppose those self-justifications we sometimes do. Number 3, communicate. Speak up. Voice your concerns. Prepare to clearly and openly communicate what has happened. Communicate. You will not stop talking about it until it stops. Number 4, act. Proceed. Take prompt action. Deceit will run quickly. You need time on your side to clarify matters and open resolution. You can do this by filing a complaint within your organization. Follow the chain of commands and also inform HR. And depending on how egregious the scapegoating is, you can also file a complaint with your Civil Rights Commission's office and EEOC. Of course, with all methods of bullying, know that workplace bullying can end with you. And up for yourself. I talked through some steps in one of my previous episodes, Workplace Bullying and COVID-19. And there I give some very good steps for you to take if you are a target of workplace bullying. But now I want to provide you with steps by way of questions, the remaining 4 steps, to keep you from becoming a target of scapegoating. The requirement is stretching your ability to ask questions. Asking questions is the most powerful tool in the protection from scapegoating. The right questions show you are alert and require others to think. Questions will uncover assumptions and nonverbal points of view by The answers inspired. Questions prompt dialogue. Questions include the individuals needed in establishing awareness and solutions. Questions build an understanding and commitment to these solutions. The 4 questions you should ask to keep yourself from becoming a scapegoat include: what are we looking to accomplish at the completion of this task? This question gets to the core of motivation behind the request. This question also sets the foundation for the connection between the expected performance and the task, and who will be impacted by the success or failure of the task. As an employee, getting the answer to this question will get you to thinking about possible exposure to higher management, maybe a platform for promotion, maybe even stretch assignments. The next question you need to consider: what are the task specifications and when does the task need to be completed? This question assesses the alignment of everyone's expectations. If there are gaps in the expectations, then there will be gaps in the execution. This is the time to address concerns about the bandwidth constraints. Are there any bandwidth constraints? The next question: what tools and resources are available to execute the task successfully? This question identifies any gaps in skills, knowledge, and tools, resources. This is also the time to confirm who participates in the task and what each contributor is executing. Then you can develop an action plan for training, etc. Whatever you need to do to make the task successful, this is that time to document that. Your job as taskmaster is to cultivate the questions to provide the input needed for successful output. And the final question: what barriers do you perceive will limit the successful completion of the task? This question addresses the workplace environment. What is the workplace culture like? Your task authority needs to be clear and it needs to match your responsibilities. In other words, you need to be given the authority to complete the task successfully. That is very important. Oftentimes that doesn't happen. Also, information conflict resolution and decision making can be barriers. So you need to talk through those as well. Now, these are just tidbits as to what else can be barriers to making or completing the task successfully. Now, I want to be honest with you. I have read and researched that narcissists do not like questions. They are intimidated by questions. There is a correlation between a bully and a narcissist. So if you think you are dealing with a bona fide narcissist, know that your questions may not be welcomed and may be met with hostility. But you still need the answers to your questions. And you have to strategically think about, okay, I'm dealing with a narcissist. How am I going to go about getting the answers to these questions? Well, some advice, because I've gone through this before, maybe only ask a question a day, one question a day. Maybe use different mediums to ask the question: phone, Skype, email. You need the answers to be successful in completing the task. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, our time is up. Hopefully, I've shared something that can be of help to you. Let's stay connected. We can stay connected by you subscribing, and you can like. Subscribing will allow you to get the provisions of notifications of new content on a weekly basis. Well, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful work week.